Hello and welcome. I have a really lovely, easy little mixed media project to share with you today. I'll be using some products from Tonic Studios, and if you've had a little look on their website lately, you'll notice that they have just added in some beautiful little products from little Birdie as well. So I'll give you a quick look through what I'm going to use first of all, but I've already made a video showing you lots of new products that have arrived on Tonic's website. I'm going to link that video down below this one in the description, and I would really love you to have a look over there because that will explain lots of these. It'll show you lots of things that you may not even have noticed. They're really exciting, really lovely, and you can make cards with them if you're a die-hard die cutting and card making person. But if you like to add a little mixed media into your creative journey, well, you can do that as well. So do check that video out. And if you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell, I would love you to do that because that'll keep you up to date with lots of things as well. I have lots of things ready to show you, and I would love you to follow along with that too. Anyhow, I've gathered the supplies here. You can maybe mix and match with some of the stuff you've got, but this will make a sort of a coordinated look. I might even have to add a couple of other things in or change slightly on the way, but everything will be listed down below. My affiliate links to everything will be down there. That gives me a little commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. By the way, subscribing to my channel doesn't cost you anything either, so thanks for that if you already do. Now, I'll have a quick look through what I've got on my desk here, and then, as I say, if I do happen to add anything in or leave anything out, don't worry, you'll find it all below. So, I absolutely love this Timeless Tidings paper pad. So this is 36 sheets of 8x8 cardstock. It's 200 GSM, so it's perfect for card making and also mixed media products. So I have that, and then I've decided to use this lovely little die set along with it. This is the Timeless Tidings die set, and I'll add a couple of little bits and pieces in from the Scribbles and Textures die set as well. But all of these will be linked down below. Now, the main focus of the little project today is going to be one of these little canvas hearts. It's a little canvas board. You can see in this pack there are 4. I've already opened it and taken one out. And let's see, so they're quite sturdy. And they're lovely canvas on the front and card on the back. As I say, there are 4 pieces in this pack and they're 230 GSM. I'm going to be using one of these, and as you can see, I've already opened this because I'm going to use one of these gorgeous little chalkboard hanging heart stars, as well. So I'll set that aside, and then I will be using some cards. So cherry red most likely and avocado green, but you might find some glitter card added in too. I've also got a stencil picked out, and this is from the Winter's Veil collection by Tonic. I'll only be adding little bits and pieces in, and as you can see, I've already brought out my spatula, and I've got some Moonstone glimmer paste to use along with that. Set that aside. This is the glue that I'll be using for all of this, so I'm just going to get it ready. Take this little piece off. If your glue bottle's new, just like mine, don't forget to open it up properly first of all and put the nozzle back on, and that's you good to go. Don't be squeezing that and wondering why it's not coming out. That's why. Now I'm going to add some of these beautiful little handmade flowers as well, and you may have seen some of these in a different colour on another project that I've just released. It's on my playlist there, and just a recent video if you want to check it out too. I'll add some of those. I have some twine here that I'll be adding at the end. I'm not sure if that's still on Tonic's website. If not, you could add some ribbon or just whatever you think matches in. Some ink, you can use whatever you've got. I've got some of this soft suede Nuvo ink, which has been released by Tonic a long time ago. I don't think it's still available, but any brown ink will do. And I've got myself a new brush. I love these really, really dense bristles on here, lovely and soft. And oh dear, and I'm going to use that. I got too excited there. Just let's go. I'm going to start. That Timeless Tidings paper pad has just so many papers in it that are so perfect for this project. I have picked this one, but you could pick this one or any of the other ones there. I just thought a wood grain effect on the back of the heart, but I do love this, so I might even add just a piece along the bottom with that one as well. So I've laid this down here, and just so that I could see what I was doing, because sometimes it's hard just for me to look down while I'm videoing, I've already set this on and obviously lined this point and this point up with the same line right down this wood grain, and I've drawn around that with a pencil. And now I'm going to cut that out, and then I'll probably just lay this part of this down and do the same with this as well, and glue these onto the heart. Now I'm going to glue this on here and then this on here, but just look at that. But obviously it's upside down, but wouldn't that be a lovely background as well? Now you can see I'm just adding glue along here, and I want it right out to the edges there. I've put some in the middle as well, but I really want to check that that's right out to the edges, and then whenever I put the paper down, I can sort of spread it out as well. Down like that, and there we are. Now that the glue's dry, and you actually do need to wait until that glue dries so that if you add this on here, you're not going to lift the paper off the edge. Just go ahead and add some inking around the edge. Oh, don't you just love to see some ink on a new brush? Oh, not in your nails though. Anyhow, let's go ahead. Now I want to add some of this glimmer paste on, so I've put this down here just so that I don't get a mess. This is my magnetic mat, of course, and the string's really there just to cover up the glare from the light above. So I'm going to concentrate most of my embellishments on this side here. Of course they'll sort of arrange out over it, but because they're mostly going to be on here, there's no real point in me adding a lot of this detail on this side. So I'm going to sort of place this and add some snowflakes and bits and pieces. Now I don't want this to be perfect, I just want some snowflakes showing here and there. I'm going to dry that off with a heat gun, but if you want, you can just leave it aside while you move on with the rest of the things that you're going to add onto this, because there's a little bit of die cutting to do, and that is so thin that you might actually just have it dried by the time you get back for your die cutting. Anyway, I'll blast it off with a little heat gun, and then I'll move on because I've already got this prepared and I have my die cutting all already done. My idea with this was that I would put this little chalkboard here, and you could either have a countdown to Christmas on it, just wipe off each day, or you could add the date on each day through December, or you could even just write a little message on for over the Christmas holidays as well. So you can see here that I had this little loop on, and that comes with it. I was going to use it, but then I'm going to have a little hanger in this as well, and I thought, well, maybe two pieces wouldn't just be right. So I'm thinking if you don't have the twine, when you take this off, you could save it because you could glue this on the back, and that would be your little hanger as well. Anyhow, I'll be covering up this little hole, so that won't matter. I've got double thickness 3D foam pads on the back, so I just added one layer on and then took the sticky backing off and added another layer on, and that gives me a little bit of extra height on there, and I want to have that just coming slightly off the side of the heart, just like that. And then I've gone ahead now with some of my little die cuts. So if you saw the die set that I started off with, first of all, the two die sets actually, I have this one, and for the background I've used some craft card, and I've got myself this beautiful shape here. Look at that, it's really natural and it just fits in. It's a kind of organic Hessian kind of shape, or burlap if you're in the States, and it ties in with the colour as well, being in the natural and the craft card, but it kind of just goes with everything there. So I'm going to use my precision nozzle this time because that's quite small areas to put glue on. I'm going to use my little precision nozzle and add that on just here. Now obviously I'll be adding lots of other bits and pieces on top of this, and maybe just move it over here because I don't want to cover it up completely. From this die set then and the cherry red card, I have cut out this, and the 3 of these layer up to make a beautiful little flower. I'm going to show you how I've done it, but that's what the flower looks like. It's a poinsettia. Then I've cut this out in the avocado green. I've cut this one out in some gold dust glitter card, and then I've cut this out in avocado green as well, and I'll show you some of the rest of the things in a moment or two. And first of all, I'm going to make up this poinsettia. So as I said, it comes in 3 pieces from that one little die, and I'm just going to take a little foam mat and an embossing tool and add some dimension to the pieces. So the bigger one, and then the next one, and the next one, and we really just do the same thing. I usually just turn them over face down first of all, and take the large end of the stylus and shape those just like that, to turn it over and press down in the, oops, press down in the middle like that. I think I've got a little bit of glue on here. And then I just do the same with the others as well. And then we'll put some glue in the center here and pop that in, and then this little one as well, and that gives a really, really lovely little poinsettia. I can add some crystal drops or some glitter or something like that into the center of it just to finish it off. Now I have made 3 of the big flowers, but I think I might actually only add 2 on and use a smaller one here without the outer petals on it. You can do, if you think you want 3, just add the 3 on there, 3 bigger ones, but I'm going to put these ones on here. Now it is actually quite important just to put the glue on there and not on the whole flower, and just pop them in, and then you can press that down with your stylus or whatever just to hold it in place. But leave all these areas open here, because as you can see I've already got lots of foliage die cut, and it's in here, the leaves and the pine leaves and whatever, and you want to be able to slip those in behind, so it is quite important not to cover the whole area with glue, and then that leaves room just to slip them in. This big die, it's actually quite long, and you can put it right in there and have it coming out over the edge if you want, but I actually like to snip this a bit, and then I can just add the pieces in just sort of randomly wherever I like them, and I do like some of it to come out over the edge. So this is why it's a good idea to have this free from glue in here, and you'll be able to just slide that in, and even if you want you can nip another little bit off there. But just remember that you're kind of wanting this to be the center part here and the foliage to radiate out from there. If you imagine a central point in here and you're trying to bring all of these from that area, I think that's how it looks best. Now obviously you'll have your own ideas, but that's, to me, that gives a kind of coordinated and cohesive look at the end of it, and that's what it's all about. Now I really love this. On the patterned paper you'll find an area on the piece that has all of the lovely foliage down the side. It's actually this one here, and the die from this die set fits nice and neatly around some of these little fir cones, pine cones, so it just goes on there, and turn it around and it goes on here, and there you have it, 2 lovely pine cones, fir cones, whatever you like to call them. And again I am going to just pop those in here. I'll lift the foliage up again with my pokey tool and just add glue in there. I might actually even give these a little shape with my embossing tool first of all. So face down again and get some dimension going on in here, and I think those would look really good even if I put some 3D foam pads in, just to make sure that that height stays whenever I glue them in. And maybe just pop 2 in. can see there I've got some holly leaves and I've just put them in around the outside, again all pointing in towards this sort of imaginary central point. All I've done is fold them in half and put glue on the bottom part so that they're still sitting up a bit and you get a bit of dimension there. And for the center of those, I've got 3 little gold sequins which I'm just going to glue directly in here. And then you could use glitter drops or all sorts of things, but I just had those gold sequins and I think it looks really nice with that. Now I was going to add some holly berries up here to cover that little hole, but I now think that I want a little twine bow on that because it looks really nice. So I've tied a little knot, a little bow, and I'm going to glue that directly over here. And again, just going to glue it right in there and leave it to dry for a moment or two. Press that down in. And that's still, because the tails are quite short and that leaves me lots of room to add dimension. Now I think, I'm not too sure, that might take a moment or two to dry. I'll set this on as usual, and I might have to actually come back and use a hot glue gun on that. But now in the meantime I'm going to add some of this foliage that I've already cut, and again you'll see me sort of adding bits of it in, maybe chopping bits of it off like this, and again sort of radiating into that focal point in the center. And then I've got some of these little flowers and they're ready to go on as well. Now I'm going to add some of these ruby slipper glitter drops, just a few little dots here and there like holly berries, and then I'm going to take the little piece of twine that came out of here and glue it on here, and I've punched out 2 circles of craft card just to put on over the glue to keep that nice and neat at the back as well. It's always a really good idea to have a good look over it whenever you've finished, and maybe some of the things that you thought were finished might need a little bit of extra addition as well. So I thought that this area here was just needing another little poinsettia on. I haven't put the full one on, I've put one small one like this right in there, and a leaf and a little bit of gold again sort of radiating from this direction. And these little flowers just give a little bit of a lift to that as well. So now the glitter drops aren't dry, but that'll not take too long. And that's it all finished, and you can see how I finished off the back there as well. Oh, I've got a little extra sequin on there. There we are. And I hope you've enjoyed that. That was really, really quick and easy. Just do the die cutting first, have it all set aside and ready to go. And even if you've got some extras, don't worry about that, because I'm sure you'll use those up in some other cards and different things as well. This would look really, really beautiful with some of those other collections from Tonic, maybe the Winter's Veil or the candy cane one as well. Just there's so many different ways. It's actually very exciting because this is all new to Tonic and I love doing it. So again, I had to run in next door. I have some chalk, but I haven't had it for ages. I don't even know where it was, but there we are. Well, maybe I need to go over that a little bit, but you get the drift. There you are. So you can either have a countdown to Christmas or the date on that, just whatever you like, or even little messages. But let me know if you've enjoyed that. And there will be definitely more of these videos coming up because I've got lots of stuff that I want to share with you. So don't forget to subscribe. If you do like it, give it a big thumbs up. Give the video a big thumbs up. That helps me and helps my channel. My affiliate links to everything will be down below. And subscribing doesn't cost you anything. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra either. And it always really helps me along. Leave me a little comment, let me know what you think. And I will be back with more, so I hope you join me then as well. And in the meantime, happy crafting. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.